This is congratulations to Fraser Focus for your 100th show. I think it's great that you bring focus to the Fraser Valley.
On behalf of the citizens of the city of Chilliwack, I want to say a huge congratulations to Joy TV on their 100th episode of Fraser Focus.
So congratulations on behalf of Abbotsford City Council and the residents of Abbotsford.
Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective beyond the bridge.
Hey guys, welcome to Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge for the 100th time. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell, celebrating a milestone as we continue to showcase and highlight your stories from across the Fraser region.
All the way from Delta to Hope, we aim to tell stories often overlooked by mainstream media, local faces and local places.
To help us mark this special occasion, several of our city's mayors have stepped forward to offer their feedback.
This is congratulations to Fraser Focus for your 100th show. I think it's great that you bring focus to the Fraser Valley. We're a wonderful place to live, a wonderful place to recreate, a wonderful place to work. And it's great that you also showcase us for the rest of the Lower Mainland, that some have never been here and they don't know what they're missing unless they're watching Fraser Focus.
Just look around you. You can't beat it. You know, would you rather be at a computer at a desk in Vancouver or here?
Okay, so far so good. You got all the shoes?
We have.
Okay, this is a beautiful view.
Why Hemlock?
Because it's smaller for us.
And fun.
And fun.
And fun, she says.
We don't need the big mountains. We don't need all black diamonds. We just need nice, easy to ride hills.
It's a beautiful view. I think I could do this again. It's fun.
Steady.
We're going to be growing, but we're also going to be employing a lot of the locals that have been coming up here for years, right? And just bringing more people into that Hemlock family and maintaining that identity that we've created over the last 40 years.
Oh, definitely faster than last time.
We're going to make it to the end. Oh!
We worked with our local First Nations community, Stahelis, in developing this master plan and worked in conjunction with them to get their support prior to even working with the province.
We are standing right there on the Pretty Estates Eagle Observatory, right there, and we're looking out to all these eagles that are sitting across here.
Everything that you see here, it's sacred to us. The land, the water, the trees, the mountains, and the earth. And just feel very honored that I'm able to share this welcome song with all of you.
It's the biggest gathering of eagles in the entire world.
So what is it about this area that attracts so many of these eagles?
One word: salmon. This is one of the greatest rivers for salmon. This year's a pink salmon year, so in the fall, lots of salmon come up the river here. There's all kinds of other native species, sculpins, pike minnows.
It's a few $1 million industry, and how many people do you have come out?
Well, I do about 160 or 170 trips a year, and that's normally 3 or 4 people a year on the boat. And there's upwards of 35 to 4,000 guide trips then a year on the Fraser Valley.
It's gonna jump.
Oh yes!
Whoa!
He's a big boy.
Boy, he's fat.
I don't know who's getting more tired, the fish or me.
Do a rough estimate, he's about 165, so he's about 5 feet 5. Okay, I'm gonna let him go.
Okay, let's release, and he's gone.
Just look at the viewscape here. Just look across here at the river and across the mountains.
Fraser Valley tourism is flying high, up, up and away! Woo! I love flying! It's a unique experience. It does feel a little strange to be just hanging from a, it's not a parachute, is it, Dennis? No, it's a paraglider.
Up, up and away! Ah! I can't run anymore.
Arms back.
Whoa! Hey, we're flying.
there couldn't be a better place in British Columbia to live and play. And that's what we offer out here in the valley, is one of the greatest play areas going. Outdoor recreation, bar none. Come on out and have a look. Watch Fraser Focus.
We never know where Fraser Focus will take us, but Hemlock was definitely a treat.
Yes, it was. And overall, I really enjoyed getting to know and hearing all of those amazing stories from people out this way.
Oh, many more to come. You're watching Fraser Focus as we celebrate our 100th episode.
We'll be right back.
What I love about JoyTV is that they really focus on the kind of good news stories in the community.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus, local places and local faces.
We're excited to share our 100th episode with you guys today. We heard feedback from the Mayor of Mission.
Mayor Gates of Chilliwack also reached out, and coming up, we also learn about a leap of faith.
You know, there are a lot of big city news crews that come out at times, but what I love about JoyTV is that they really focus on the kind of good news stories in the community, the public service things that we do. We had JoyTV come out here after we had had some terrible experience on one of our railways where someone was killed. Oh yeah, you can see them doing U-turns. So when the train goes by, we do have an overpass down one street over. So people see it coming, and they can't waste a minute. So they do a U-turn right in the middle of the road and head over to the overpass.
Please, excuse me, ma'am, come over here. An individual who's, you know, going for a walk on the railway tracks, they think they're gonna get off on time, but the train sees, the train crew sees that individual in the distance, and they have to hit the emergency brake because they don't know what that person is intending on doing. And it puts the train at risk, and it also creates a very unsafe situation. The sign tells you that it's private property. It's an offense anywhere in Canada under the Railway Safety Act to trespass on railway property.
I was going to work one day, and the train was down for about an hour and a half. And I asked the guy, I says, what's going on? And he says, I think we hit somebody.
Distractions. A lot of young people, they can get distracted real easy, eh? I don't know, the deaths that have been in Chilliwack, are they from young people or old people? I don't know that.
What about with your bike? You don't ever try and speed up and get across that?
No.
JoyTV also came when we had an announcement of a whole lot of building going on for seniors, and very much recognize the fact that this is the new wave of the future, that the baby boomers are getting older and need housing. The suites that they have are magnificent. They're beautiful. They're well decorated. They feel like home. They have patios. It really is home.
We've got washer and dryers too.
Oh. Yeah. They're really growing with seniors, and we know that the numbers are only going up. You know, we've already identified we're going to need 5,700 units, and that's a lot of seniors housing.
A few years ago, nobody really listened to us, and it was all about the younger generation. No, it's not anymore. You know,
well, and of course, the leap of faith is really near and dear to our hearts here in Chilliwack, because we have Cyrus Center, which has been established now for a couple of years. We just finished the Coldest Night Walk with them to raise money. They turned away over 30 kids last year.
So in Abbotsford and Chilliwack, we're serving the entire Fraser Valley and Fraser Canyon. And we do this with community support. We don't do this with government funding.
Right.
Government funding makes up 5% of our total budget. Well, people, when they support Cyrus Center, they're taking a leap of faith. They're putting their faith and their trust in us to do the best we can for the youth in this community.
You're watching our 100th celebratory episode of Fraser Focus.
We're learning more about the community and what they think about our show.
The Fleetwood Jammers weigh in.
Happy 100th anniversary for Fraser Focus. Thank you so much for coming to Fleetwood Jammers.
It's a working man I am.
I've always wanted to drum since,
good. Okay.
Since I was a child.
Well, show me your stuff then.
found it so interesting that I take it every week so that I can see the program every week.
We had a wonderful time and the audience really appreciates it, and we're getting more audience thanks to your show going out and people seeing it. We're getting donations of musical instruments, which is good.
They included in their clip that there is an angle behind to prevent the onset of Alzheimer by having some mental exercise.
Wow.
1917.
So 1970. So this year you turn 100.
I'll soon be 100, yeah.
You don't look 100.
This year, in December.
How do you stay looking so young?
Well, you have to do what you have to do.
Overall, I think it's important to talk about all aspects of the community, including train safety.
You're watching Fraser Focus as we celebrate 100 episodes of sharing your unique stories.
Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Thanks for taking the time to visit us here in Abbotsford. You both impressed us with your outstanding tractor driving skills.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge.
Leah, this show has provided us with an opportunity to share and dive deeper into stories that are often overlooked by mainstream media.
I love people's stories. Everyone has a story. Creating this show has given us the opportunity to help tell them.
To help celebrate our 100th episode, the Mayor of Abbotsford shares his thoughts.
On behalf of the City of Abbotsford and Abbotsford City Council, I just want to congratulate Fraser Focus for their 100th program. That's a milestone that should be celebrated. Fraser Focus provides a wonderful venue to articulate some of the events and things that are happening in our city and our region that many people don't know about. And so I look forward to every episode. It's just great.
Welcome to the Abbotsford Flying Club.
This club has a rich history here in Abbotsford.
Absolutely. The club was founded in 1962 by 7 World War II veterans and friends, and they wanted a flying club. We still promote aviation within the Abbotsford community to this day. Come on in, Zach.
Uniform Kilo, line up and wait, runway 19 behind the Cessna, you're number 2 for departure.
Every summer we run First Flights for Kids. Yeah. And that's a fantastic way for kids to get out and get to try flying. Lots of the older pilots, they tell fantastic stories. You know, the fact is some of these people were some of the first aviators.
So why are they in Abbotsford now?
Well, I mean, Abbotsford's a great place to be. It opens up British Columbia. It's kind of the gateway to the rest of the province. You can zip into Vancouver real easily if you need a big city experience, but it's also kind of nice and quiet.
See a lot of the buildings and a whole bunch of farmland.
So it'd be pretty cool to be a pilot, right?
It'd be amazing to be a pilot.
For me, the one that stands out is the earthquake drill that we had the day you were here. And I remember having to dive under my desk. And it was a little harder getting out than it was getting in. But that was a great episode, I thought.
Okay. Out through the south door, please.
Yeah, come on, Sue.
Exercise, exercise, exercise. This is an earthquake evacuation drill.
Drop, cover, and hold for 60 seconds.
I think the best advice is doing what we're doing today. It's actually training and preparing our staff so that there becomes some memory in the sense of what it is they have to do in these situations. And so rather waiting for the actual emergency to occur, we're going to train it so people actually draw on that experience of training so they go back to know, oh, this is the muster point, this is our assembly point.
Thank you for your patience.
The evacuation drill is now complete, and you may re-enter the building.
You're watching the 100th episode celebration of Fraser Focus.
So many of your stories stand out to us, like our friends over at the Antique Farm Machinery Association.
Thanks for taking the time to visit us here in Abbotsford. It was a pleasure showing you around the Pioneer Barn. You both impressed us with your outstanding tractor driving skills.
Whoa! A little too much power.
Okay, see you guys later. I'm heading back to Langley and Surrey area now.
Thanks to both of you for focusing on community. All of our members here at the Pioneer Barn would like to thank you for exposing our club to the community via Joytv Fraser Focus program.
It's good for them to realize that farming nowadays is probably a little bit easier than it was in the old days. Yeah. And it just gives them a better appreciation for what their families are doing. Thanks for thinking of community, and thanks for being involved with the Fraser Valley Antique Farm Machinery. We really liked having you on our site and hope you'll come back for a visit soon. Maybe on your 1000th episode of Fraser Focus.
Doesn't turn very well, but wait till he gets a load of this. I can't believe I got the mayor of Abbotsford to hide under a desk with me. That's awesome, Dean.
Anything's possible. You're watching Fraser Focus as we celebrate our 100th episode.
Stay with us.
So I really do appreciate your 100 episodes, and I'm looking forward to another 100 episodes.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus. It's a celebration episode.
Yes, it is. 100, Dean. Can you believe it? Every single week, we're highlighting a brand new story in your community.
From Delta to Hope, we're learning back from various communities that we've served with their feedback.
And next up, the mayor of the township of Langley weighs in.
Fraser Focus has been a great show to showcase all the great things and also to bring some issues to the surface. We talked about TransLink and transit in the Lower Mainland. Certainly very important to our residents here, and you've done a good job.
Light rail or SkyTrain?
SkyTrain.
You prefer SkyTrain?
Yeah.
Why do you prefer SkyTrain?
Well, I think it's better.
Better
system.
Better system? What's wrong with the light rail?
Well, I don't know. I don't know nothing about the light rail.
Okay.
Surrey is pursuing light rail transit as a way to shape and manage growth and to create connected, pedestrian-friendly communities.
What do you think of the LRT?
The LRT system, a lot of smoke and mirrors. When you look, it's the kind of system that will look possibly attractive on video, and light rail is a very broad term, so you can say something like it's being used in all these systems around the world, and yet the reality is that because it's such a broad term, these systems are built to different specs. The one we're trying to build here, which is going to run in the middle of the street, these systems have seen numerous problems ranging from high accident rates to slower levels of service.
Calgary, I used to be from Calgary. They have the C train, which is basically light rail. Yes. It's on the street. And so a lot of this stuff you're talking about in terms of accidents sometimes occurring in the intersections, yeah, it slows down the trains, slows down the traffic, slows down the traffic flow, right?
Well, we're looking at the options. You know, we've been told that the light rail will be at ground level. If a vehicle at ground level happens to hit a light rail train, how do you get rid of it off the track in a fast and orderly manner?
But if we go back to 2014, the entire vision included 27 kilometers of light rail, and it was endorsed by all the mayors in the region, including the Langleys. Since then, of course, we've had elections and changes in councils and mayors. Are we still fine with those decisions? So let's do the double scenario of business cases, and that's what we're doing right now.
Highlights from when the Giants came to Langley.
Yeah,
good
Dean
news events.
came out for that, yeah.
Yeah, some good events for that.
It's a great and very accessible facility, and meets our needs. It's well designed for junior hockey, and with the things that we've done here to improve the building as far as the production is concerned, with the lighting and the rink boards.
couple of minutes before the game, they'll congregate here and all get ready, and then when they get the cue, they jump straight out onto the ice right.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Langley Event Centre, the home of your Vancouver Giants. Today's game featuring the visiting Prince George Cougars and your Vancouver Giants.
It's perfect.
Talk to me about your mascot. Are you allowed to say who he is?
Jack the Giant.
Jack the Giant.
Jack the Giant.
Oh, you're
yes.
not going to tell me who's behind the mascot.
No.
No, he is Jack the Giant.
He is Jack the Giant. There's no one behind the mask.
You love it being closer to home? Yeah! Attaboy.
Much easier to get to. Definitely a better atmosphere, better for families, and it's a much nicer rink than the Old Pacific Coliseum.
And a big hockey game here for the Giants back on home ice. Rink wide to the right side. Gabriel with a shot. Stop, rebound, they score. Jansen Harkins, Johnny on the spot at the bottom of the left circle.
The idiot campaign that we've been running at the Township of Langley to ask people and show people not to put their garbage on the side of the road, which costs the Township of Langley and the taxpayers a lot of money.
We've had a report of another dump in the township. The report is that it's a pile of bricks.
There's a lot of stuff here.
We're spending now $400,000 a year to clean up illegally dumped garbage.
400,000.
400,000 a year.
And
yeah.
and whose money does that come out of?
Well, it comes out of our general revenue, our operating budget.
So I really do appreciate your 100 episodes, and I'm looking forward to another 100 episodes.
Whoa, 100 more episodes. Don't book any vacations anytime soon, Dean.
Oh, I think I'm okay with a staycation right here. If we've learnt anything, Fraser Region has much to offer.
It does. Hemlock, here we come. And that is it for this week's episode of Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge.
Thanks to all for allowing us to cover your incredible stories. And remember,
if you have a story to share, don't forget to contact us. He's Dean Atwell.
And she's Leah Bolton.
Thanks for watching.